wawari atochima. Through God's will and marriage, I know se onyankopon ebeya dom ama wetimi enya encheche papa efutuo Emma debianko yento kwa we say ebusuya say debi our ready I say Bible nema Genesis 2:24 there be a reminder our viewers and our listeners say oka wo mu bom oka warefo ebomu ena yes ombeja omana na omja ono ene omodade omo fathers eho na omumienu akwakoye honam baako enti saa pepepe na aware etie sene wu sene me hyetuntuma na unfortunately me maame efrim about 3 weeks ago and me maame efrim mo me gidi se bebre na ate holy tv formate mefa akonya we nso so e de ada obi bia ase last week Sunday no and a 1 week. Now, to be honest with you, it was so nice seeing all the branches, especially in the Ashanti region. Be to me by. I was really, let me say, I was gobsmacked, and I was happy to see you all. It was a sad day, and let me say it's a sad event. Entity Muna or Mamia, you know, she's not around anymore, and it's not easy. But Mijidi said, Radinyankopon na egusua shemede na onyankopon so so ayeri. Can I say ne coming to me but na hanom enomo embedi nkomo e onyankopon na asomimu ama enede so awreho bia me wo mu bia no onyankopon na boa apepa mani so ama me ama enede so maba won nchen a na meda erade asepa enti adofo a mutimi ba 1 week ni bi onyankopon shamo papa na onyamo kese pacherade adoma eyie no on the 18th of December 18th of December, yeah. And I'm finna say aka about 3 weeks or so, 3 weeks and some days. Na a year no. Aha. Na ya kokra me mami echi kra. Timpacho odophobia person obabeja ye bia no. Erade adoma. Ye de address and ase baby ye no. Ye de nyina ebetu dwa. Se ne be person obabeja ye unso betimi ababi. Ai onyankopon sha opa. Nti yenko ene ye topic no so. Ai and na your topic ni hwehwehwam aware de ye nyina man especially obia person ko aware mami mpesa me wale that mami woni daddy awale de I think recently na me ne papa ye teka mo na Amsana me to ensure. Amsana me papa ko baby na me to ensure na me frɛ ensure rasem panacho omra na me to ensure baako. Ohumi o say woni ukuna ware de efo. Woni ukuna ware de me fe pa me tarhem wo TV so na me so okay the radia say. Ohu yesa efe pa. But there was a lot of work that went into it. And yes, you fitia na yefesa. Yes. I think I've said this so many times God's your marriage is at the beginning of our marriage things were not as easy na easy cry but afa ye betin onyankopon ase onyankopon church ni mabi ne hu se na se aware nka ne wale kra anya din o entiase on the Bible no kra ka se nimdi a me man eni nti no me man eyera enti se yenya nimdie bi onyankopon maye wisdom bi knowledge bi and understanding bi eboayen emma ya ware mu kra no yetimi aware emma ne so onyankopon ani on se yetaka se aware enti nipa bebre na ntimi nko heaven because of marriage bitterness enwi bi ba be hye wo mu ukuna ye obibi oyira ye obibi mfa nchene da mfa nye ne say da na me da menye ne say na menye aduane ma no ne nyina ye niema ye kobu ya tan a ye ko onyankopon anim a obebusa ye eno nso so no I believe say ebebu hu anase ebebu hu nkonta na abaye to the extent say we will it will end up say onyankopon emma ye na hene anim enti ya ye nhwe bibi na ye bibia especially in our marriages onyankopon de bebu ya ten pa enti yen hwe eniyema eye pa na yen sa megidi se ebeboa yen so na ansa na meko so no me introduce me special guests. I am a special guest there when I say me na baby one flesh na ma just one flesh and enti me name one flesh ya tena se me ho number ko ai da bia me na ye de God's Your Marriage a bro for now na pacho me introduce papa evangelist Awusi me de meta friend apostle Francis Awusi me one flesh papa pacho akwaba
me just pa
pacho na ho ye de
Yesu adom nswe
radiatum mensoso me ho ye pa onyankopon adom ne ho mo bronti me ho ye pa amen papa say ye free one flesh now what you say send there ujitum pa
at the beginning now can one flesh na say one flesh here ba ka be now no about be part and parcel with us anytime bia no especially obi say no na bia no aso kan say one flesh I say ASAFOMAAME kra ne papa we sikra there no na to nchen that bond so why not
yes exactly and also ujitum say me ka say it takes a lot of work in marriage because maybe we want to the beginning of our marriages na yentiase but onyankopon ayadom am as say make say so many years ago we've understand God ya better na to the extent to say the nak enkane na yenim no sisi ya ba be hu ama ya ware de because e bia problems bi wo mentawantawa but it's only because we came to understand certain things first na yenti enema bebre na ase do nyankopon na ama na domado so de ama ya nyanim die bi ana first no yenni ama say yati nema nina ase when it comes to marriage no so ntina yetimi de God's Your Marriage ebrem because yes ka all of it will be pretense can you be deceiving I say yeah catch them so yeah moody yentimi enye no the same way but this is us being very honest with you so we dear so ya famu and that is why we're able to discuss marriage with all of you so nyankopon shall pa papa mpacho mo abompaye na yekoyani
ora yesu ye bompaye ye je ne de dwumade hye wonsa esro se wan kasabefo baba wa so ne meso na obi ote na fidie hu na otie ne de wo hwe yen so no ometimi efri eye niam biara esi won kwan omware mu na wamma de eden so pie oware mu ni asundwie nam yen so ne kasa kire wo ma etu mafo kire wo ma obi animra ne ho so na bibia wie pe de aseda ma eda waso Yesu Kristo ti woni bompaye amen
amen pa onyankopon hira papa na onya okese onyankopon hira your viewers ne your listeners nyina mo amatuni in on Holy TV platform to heaven mo amutie we radio no so Holy FM 98.9 mo amohwe wo Facebook evangelist Awusi na AWUSI ana ebianso na wo hwe e wo YouTube e Mrs Awusi Diaries baby o hwe ye free bia no ya ka ne se onyankopon hira pa na onya okese kusua share efama onua ana obi a enenso so ye topic obetimi a benefit e de free mu shebi mo obi na obi nso so nya bi enhwe se na ye topic no what topic should be discussed before marriage enema be na we se mudi hu nkomansa na aware no etimi akoso anti papa mpacho memo ashase na mensuma ba mu bi
yo mama ye be fa no makomako sadie obi ya ba be kwa ware a oba na akọwara na bema na akọra unim recently ye hunu se abrantie bi a ye police arrest no na obo ne yere pa sabi run hu nyina na obo no na nkofo video ne da viral nyina ne ya our recently so ete se abrantie bi so ne yere ne ma omo ewura dem na abrantie ne sawadi kan certifier dada na opie freedom wona na otwija e dia to dem amana hye oni ye and misunderstanding about a lot of things that happen in the life of men and women. So you try to dive into topics as a koso and sana yawari and kofubi wa I know when you're compatible and so our reading your baby no when you worry we are untimin cancer say unyai aware anase untimin cancer say then akoware so when you worry we dia worry so the best thing that you can do and is ultimately God in marriage na wetimi atenetene wa kwan aware me and so etimi awaso mama me gina upbringing so me di kan we upbringing and so na upbringing no me bubu mu say assuming say we are brantia na baba wa we share obi a opeso ware no na me pacho empenifo ka say obisafo we onya kwan da enti aware ne kwan want no as I said what dive into each life say ASAFOMAAME we see diving into my life and so diving into her life na ma share eniema kakra na upbringing no dia ehunya kwan a ye fa so raising no one of the key factor you will be more why you will see soon to one chin here wa ne maame ne papa na odre ne ko asore wa man servant okosevu asore okoyi say into no you could see say bia menya oba anaberima o me ware no ebi obetimi obisa no a enti say na maame no papa efa so raise you then wa catch us so me papa na maame de na omo ye Christopher na omo misakra no maybe what to say we are senior madie me ya mama anye bida sa kasafin you could see baby a nipa no ofiri eba amo unu se oni jata ene eba betena dan nim ana se oni odwan ene betena eba nim na on say ye wo two character e wo Christo mo bi ni odwan ene sabi odwan ba ene jata sa na edrum bi a ese yenya de ye odwan ahombrase no ewu wanya obi a ne mofrase no onya sa entity no efa nyema bi ketesi kwen fa so ekasa because I have told my wife before say me ma upbringing me ma mi so mu kakra ansana me na ensu so mu pa ye adwuma no pa na mi hu se na that time sempenifo kasa yama kwan ema akra won kabi enti se me hunu se me nanane ne ma ana mpenifo kasa me de metwum firo and I bring a lot of things in my life aboa me ese me nyu obi abiye inquisitive ana se me de ma no etoto enkofo ensem efri se enye sa na yetete me enti wo kwakọ ware nipa no a ese se umu nipa obabe ware no pa enkomodidie mu ano utimu se we ni ntetiye no akakakra ana we ntetiye no na eye for example say upbringing no obu wa ne bono dodo obu wa ne bono ana say molesting ana ka say raping ane ne ma boni ne ma bebre cause abuse baby also krana wantena ne maame ne papa nche wo krana ne upbringing nipa bi okotena ne nchen nipa ne ye no eniye a ensane ma wanyina no etim ma nipa ne ehunu for example ASAFOMAAME ekotena obi nchen a definitely ne bia nipa ne ye na ayakayaka dia ebetime wura na worry mu yentia because worry a obon se obaya isolated they be obetwe ne ho ase ompe ne ho asema so sura de bi ebetime nya impact one we o be ma be ka se oba na me ware ne kura ne die ni enso ne be bia ofri ebaye no ena me hu se ase ne tie because ade na abe part and parcel ewoni mu ese ote obi nchen sa nkofo no to mu nchen no asiye ne ayakayaka de bia na asem yankonam enti ababeye abeka ni sumo enti oware a sa so na ya na ote bonse watwe no ho no quantity baby because again we didn't watch until she started the upbringing of a person and a wife and a husband and my own the true person on it. I said me when he said me evangelist we see me nanati me or children dear ama adiana be coming home. Nana said adio children me the bonnet. Oh aboa me say manu ye du se me ka obi asem me hu se panyin e kasa me stay back because me nyini wo mpanimfo mu enti mpanimfo kasa de omo ka me te na mum omo kasa de ntimi nka bi ye ma me kwanse me nka bi enti e ma de bi ada no na me sheba me shefa ko aba ba ye part of me se me po adwuma na me be fie na me busha kasa kakra bi a na makoso dem aba sana babe enti wa hunu a wa ya safa be kasa oh ni kunu owei on penipa ni kunu penipa enso na ba bia nipa no ne ntetie mu no sa ne tie enti e pa cho e ho no ye di kan hwa o ma di kan e betima mo
baba se me na wo kan say nipa bi betimi hu na wa kasa e bia on penipa because e bia on pe kasa na but wo oba na de wo hwe na so wo betimi say bia nipa no ye very oyobi a on sheda pe kasa too much especially enipam onye obi a bia ode no ho hyehyehye nipa too much sane mani na ya ade a e wo so wo ba na so wo be ma utimi ehwe say na papa e kan say upbringing no e ya ade a say when busa these questions that's when huni na say munya ko wale wi a the problems be brave ebeba because mu wale wi because ade we de man hunu wo menim say sana na wuti o na wan kan chem say hane ha na wunyini ye e bi no wunyini ba bi na sa ba bi no wunyini ye no wow sa area you're not really happy with that area oh I mean person me bo any area in particular baby o ya kola na what sa area now e ahade ho de enko na afi wakokofa oba na ho na ibi wonyini ya even tete ye ben na sa area ho nom no unya mate se Kumasi hanom for example there are few areas you see entete enkola e wo ho enti se ka okasa wo free ho no ma say like I said already near painting a black picture be about you say and I won't share papa sir sorry some may kind of say but I believe that there are certain areas we honoma that's what they seem to think about enkola o munyini wo ho munyini wo honoma either so we near den and I be oba no menu bone oni ema be ye niam bi wo your ba na so munyini that area na e brebi a man bo honom na ibia na wo so kokoye be likely so wanya onwa bi ye bi and ma hu ye it's something that we have to be very careful of papa say na wa kan
the crepa and e bi also before semester we be could different one and when you say upbringing nso no say when to me and your spouse na be wara na say brema na entimi ankasa e hunu baby free sometimes it do certain stage bi a we are very disappointed so ko hunu a we are disappointed say nipa we sa na se baby efiri nie the we fast so titi ni nie ebi okra na ehunu obi aware obi a no nim so ye comfort so onim so obi a oye comfort ai kase enye thief rather fetish free here obi okom be onim ena achiro ohunu ye no eha no say not seen or not yet.
And papa just imagine, so for example, if you know when you come for, na mame, and a fetish priest.
I'll cry if you do.
Okay.
I'll cry if you do. Okay. Enti you start here no mona my ear hunu one crab from nursery and now from kindergarten maybe at a teo and then kakra the way we see ni the we see ni our be do us no na just say what modalities baby our fire wetin buy nyina etim ma nipa ni enya the whole picture about you and very ma on na ba betina na etimi aboa pa ebi mo ho I mean their life ni bizarre say oh, worry is here now being a problem unless the person change once a maybe because of set time as I said no worry I said when I say now discuss it and if the person will be sincere now or do party now as a set review to you na ema etimi eboa come
Oza empempi ya na ye pray ho. It's all about marriage. And men me megidi say na omo hwe. Man especially. You know yenya bema na ba be ka chem so wo peme or dome no wo pese wo wale me. Hey yenya ni 10. What's the need for us to discuss anything? Discussion baby hwe. Also we wale ma yenya ni ntem ne yan wale. And that's the mistake we do.
The reason why I say our arena about sebi adwuma mu nko na oba no be bema no be kwa adwuma betumi approve dam intina me ware no ana sebi you oba no ne ti da me so intina me unu se ma ware ana on say ye steady when you unu say ye draw na na kwakobo say ma catch say chance bia woni mu aye what you say na tie ka bia on e won tire eyisu enye obia na between the two abra na between the two animal and we all cry na or pretender we see asori dem that we see wa catch so person worry and what jumping into marry now person worry it will eat you one day it will never help you so it can start here na I believe say beboa and mama met me the back cause I could be you your parents no and so there on say ye nyina ye wo ye mama no ye papa no omo geology ana say beka say omo history nti de biada say over bible mu a say ye bo we dia ni abon papa din most often ye bo papa din. The reason behind is that omo papa ne mu no and asene mu no and abenya the fullness of a person. For example, me papa me papa is super so o me see me mama me hu pa ese me mama say enti na edumre bi a most often sana ye hu enti o ba kai tama na ye bi juna ye beto na to nsuo no mu no enkofo ni bisa na say ekrobe no free so e na ne mama di ni say e na ne papa di ni say enti no ye papa no ne ye mama no mo nso no e ma onu obi ba be ware e so bisa say omo ware ye. You see, omo warrior, say na papa esubantie. I spoke to a certain man be. Na mama catch him say, in fact, the way ane papa esuban etie no. Enkofo catch him say wanya very careful. Obey to say no papa. Ni nyina say ne papa no you be a onum wi, onom onsa, obo akohwibra. Ena osane papa e close. So eye so ayi say easy say son or non so ebetimi akokoye enti no say obeware nipa na hwe nipa no enso yi na bisa de bia ne papa efri bisa ne papa ne lifestyle ne bisa ne mama ne lifestyle e ma wuru oba a won ne ba betena e say bia in case say e bia na bra bo cress san no catch say be very careful no went me an call that lane ni mu na bia wait me astute anye bia no me papa our track record anye bia no me mama a track record me mamu ebobra me papa ebobra ne mum uhuru sa ye nyina no no sa atiti bia frim ebra oboye na nya papa na afi no was study ni nyina obi wo wa ne papa e bro ena na odi kunu mame and we nyina esese uhunu se ebia me papa na bia bro no di kunu mame a enkoba se me be ware na ne bro so na nti eba sa na sabio me ni ASAFOMAAME nete se bibia ni na mabo ni minimum person me bo no dia ASAFOMAAME ti ma ka say be very careful wa ka me say na o papa ye hwe na oso anya bi and me idea say na menya very careful mpedin force abaso ba and major pai enti bu okra na wani afiri won so but the now so witimi discuss your mother and your parent at the chair oba and aberema na be ware no se otia ohunu say at the same lane mu bi na offer na afei etima woni aba ho so because e aware and mo betu many ASAFOMAAME TV and ye nyina ye kan won say ye fair one flesh say the starting program no ye kan ye no so we ye ba baako ye ni ASAFOMAAME body ho and am so ye ni body as far as Bible no etie the book of Romans e ka kire ye 7 also ba na tiase a ana ba na tiase o mo ye baako bibia ni wa e mo muntete so mo ye one ASAFOMAAME dia dance say offer pains mu a me huni that pains no it just come into my life no obi asre me sri be di wudi me I feel say something is bothering me nya okay sometimes when asabame okay ana hu ne se me okay me hu ne se eye bond bi sanity and he say ya ma menom ne papa no ye misabisa oh ya ma me obi a odo awurade ya papa ye obi a odo awurade onfa na asori ni agoro onfa ne pa ebo ni agoro oyi obi odo nipa onye hunu sane me nyina na ohunu efia wokom ohunu berima akoware no ohunu se ene me sha akotade anasa me sha no ma atade because ebi mo wa okoni fia akoware a na wote sanse mo na so be saware dia ene na esese wo hye akotade hunu se de bia da ye ntokwa na ebe koso now they prepare maybe been taken by surprise our remo ya kwa ya bari nyina no wonye hu nipa no ne fapim bi obebo bibia tofa de bia ne mama ne papa na bra bo nyina sitie na e ma hu efia okwa kowure mu efie bi o wa ya nwarim enfon so wa ware aso but efie bi o pa na ya nwarim I be ye better asa woni sabi wo better dem dan so ne be ma otwese kan wo eye ne yere so otwitu ne yere so e better dem ya branti ya nia sedi ya yakin mitie mama ni interview fu kakra mama enie ya wodi ya mama ni nyekuma wo wotime bu mama na ma se moja adeda no ho sabi twimoko de sra no ye ba bia ye modi ni nyina say in the name of punishment but the bia ye bisa ya ye hunu aware anya punching bag aware ye ntiase ye hunu ba bia na eye dan so a yetimi modi aware no ye nya aware bia perfect obo wa na ne maame ye na ne papa nye obo a ne maame ne papa nyina ye obo a ne maame ne papa nyina so nye but odo akodi no ho enti esese ofa kwa bi so a o mani hunu na edumre bia otutu ose maame ana papa de bia de ne siko no wan we ya obefa papa so ban yo wan we befa maame so banti ye ntenten ya kwan yi na emmoa na ma aye ye parents and so no yetime bisa ebitima aboa ye awaware
Eradisha papa asama na sisi amike so for example ukoware oba na se be ma bi na o maame ana o papa esombosom ana o ye comfort be ma how would you feel? Would you be okay? See, that's the reason why in here questions be wo hono ma wo se ubusa ansa na ware na timi akoso so yo bi o ye Kristo ni ma papa na fe be ma kwakọ ware na ofri abusumfia na se megidi se bosom kwa da almost obi afie bi wo hono ba meka se na ibe ne maame ankasa ono amu na ekomsa ekoma. How would you feel? Would you be okay with that? That means as soon as oba ware na wie no omu nyina amuti eba akọhye sa enema no ase enti ye be able to ask questions, find out. Maybe you would want to see the mother or the father ebia wo mu a na odo wukọ ebia before ambo aba ye mo ye preparation nyina no you go and see the mother, you go and see the father ni nyina aboa entam hofo nso so say sometimes the ope ebia ope uye ana se ope nkonkosa kakra na obe ebia obetimie ama will clues be about the family that you are entering. Who would not want to be in a family of, let's say, despite or in a family of poco transport? That's everyone would want to marry into a family like that because or who wouldn't want to marry into a great sofopenibi baby or the evangelist will see the and God me did this over person over why when fear because what in sempa e dia fa no ho but wo munso so wo need impa so eno so e wo ho no mo bi Bible no kra ka o say the empower way I say ahunyade enti sane meaning and that's the reason why they count and papa ka be say generationally. If as long as say you have the DNA, as long as you have the DNA, it is likely say DNA no beto aso. The man no papa when a mofrase another ye no wana wari mu no likely say man na opeso wari no so beto aso aye sabi. And the enfane say ne papa a woman's beater now or tabo ne yere or dina tem or tone yere honi adia very very likely say ukuna weshia no and a bear man or person ware no ono so a bekuta says to buy ni bi because they be on mama no papa ko no wo hono mu bi what and he feels like say maybe his dad is his hero but the dad a legend kesie bi mano na ntine dad yes akra na say na akwa say it's nothing enya bibia e normal ti menso me be share baby asa na menso me ye oba no ti mo ma ye nhwe bibi pa na be boy
say tama me call Germany na my in-law my father-in-law a very good name but na o ta ka say we the wife o ta ka chimo say of papa subai because obiana I remember saying ASAFOMAAME adwuma wo abamu na oye adwuma bi edema Caritas na omo free different countries akon esi omo krom bi ti say Syria ne ade nyina no na omo na hwe omo na omo bo omo mutimi etena kromo na that so na ASAFOMAAME Awusi na ne papa etie Mr. Frank Mensah. I remember first time I'm free Europe, number P war, me free Denmark, number P war, Germany. Obia na first time I is here. The way I see what come me, I mean, I said ye onipa would name me. On say a better part, and me would be ASAFOMAAME Awusi. On say the very first only be crown, or say I want to open like what's the name? A Nyankani orphanage. Me papa say oye sa do no enti no ye hwe ye mama ne papa ne mo ye hu that kind of history pattern any that DNA no we mo so ye hwe ye papa ewo mu ye hwe bone a ewo mu ye yi bone ne dia to say we want to do something ebio enso ye ka e parents no metime ne wa ware na bia awo maye but ye hwe obi one fie I won't shed anyone no one will be a problem near the ifri then what turn it into prayer oh be a me crawl prayer oh when baba kope oh ye we nya baby me papa e be your prayer on baba kope oh ye we nya baby sa komuni nyina timi koso a say oh worry na say awo maya you know where it's coming from and then say oh channel prayer do prayer at their phone. Way a dear here. Sometimes who was immediately fear enter for. Obe expect to say obenyanta. The mammy wanta, this is one or wanta, this is one or wanta, and to boon say entano. Sanya money it me boye. And yet me movie on in life. A biwa enquire. A bua enquire, but still none so do do not so warren. And ye never demand or coin. Anye biano se mensa betima peforo ASAFOMAAME achia ono so nsa betima romachi enti yetimi nya de ye perfect direct de nanso ye betima nya de yakoma pe abra ye ware ne oba ne anabere ma ne tena de mo a enkoye ntokwa na afi bibia ne ye behunu ye benkum ehun ye nifa nso amen pa
se papa utaka generational curses ne generational enema patterns ni sane manina it is so true the Bible proves to us say in the Old Testament especially and Bible no say ene etesi pa and it also is happening in our era right now. We say we feel people who maybe I want to only say yay mo be a Christopher na say aba be a body for na name be we see a breaky and the empire bo command the morning empire bo bon wow empire na na breaky those curses e we feel people who ma awale ni ho e feel bi wo ho no ma e bi oba wai na ukun enche na ukun ewu like there's different patterns bi wo ho no ma families ni bi wo ho no ma wo but you would tell yourself that minus you and if you be man no ba no he would find out but a be man no is willing so obewale wo dia fine na mo matimi agina de ma abusua no ama mo mpaibo mu ayede mo mpaibo mo fasting se mo begina Kristo mu ankasa wenye se mo ye mo ayi anyhow it's not just anyhow I was se mutimi gina pinti pa e wo Kristo mu na mama mo mpaibo mu so ayede That is when you are able to break those generational curses. And you say, "Be a day." Send you maybe a cost to maybe it's been hundreds and hundreds of years. And you see, I do so. But then that's when you pray. And as the man or the woman is willing to enter the marriage and knowing, say, for example,
I don't know because sometimes I don't do multiple say when in our problem we if but I say who says our family we as I said your safety line, your safety lane, your demarcation to us okay where they say that you have a year the baby say so they not someone make it we should be what yeah obia worry onkwan wawa and this onkwan worry there
now we will be anyhow
because we should know we say mo yes say so year 5 year 6 Omo worry Debbie we dear me nyaba we me nyaba ma we omo nyina de omo aware omo nyina awo no omo worry e nko na be worry that means a problem bi betima akoso ne umba no be ma no pew ene esade a yenyina yie wo mpaibom what you say e bi si wo labor no fie omo se je say eye Rachel dika ware ansana eye Leah dika aware ansana Rachel dika aware you see enti impo ye dika aware no or worry Jacob worry Rachel no Bible say ye dadan ya dada no because if you on a unique kind ma akran ware
and wale ansana penia wale
and sanema we nyina no niema it doesn't speak well to say me hunu ana hunu me ne be ware a san common esisi edi ne hunu niema likely say e be raise on us na yetimi aboa na etimi ayede amaniema etimi akoye pa mama
no krepa papa yenko your next one as well
okay yes so I will be a friend like and dislike ade we ade hia me pa on say yentimi hunu niema me penyina at a goal and na yentimi hunu niema me penyina at a goal but there are some sensitive things bro as I said, you know, or baby or what, or chili berema or bro. Maybe I know to tremonsa. Maybe I know tremonsa. On poor be so no monsa. Or baby would catch her say, O say, Radin Yankopon do you in mamma or catch her and say, or you Yankopon. Or you know, kung fu, jealous God.
Yes.
Or baby on Pessa only mema a big I'm sorry.
Onema
mabejina. What they come home, they ope and they won't pay. Obo untimi. Entini, onye wunu di oyere epe. Ene di ukunu epe. Many ASAFOMAAME atena. Oni so ye me yesofo, ye sofo. Minim so ASAFOMAAME. There are certain issues where we say or address or name mema and you didn't come. And they can say about me because we know each other. But also so it do maybe a bisa. Oh, or no catch us person ni be me bia begina ho. Oba so catch us on person ni be me bia begina wa. Ese se wo ti ase e okuru ni be ware ro. Omo ohuru de ope. Ene de ompe. Enti brebra ma amani amma ma ware yentimi nyina. Enye ne na akobo nkuro ha. Oba bitimi ka kire ni kunu so no su kiri namfosem. Be ma no se me de me mpene. Oh, about sana emwa and ye wonu de ye pe and de ye mpe including aduane a wo pe and aduane a wo mpe you shano me na mo ka kire why we say oh okru de tamu so de no di abenkwan o ba abenkwan pa amanya abenkwan na me pe na me ni option
no kwara ne wo
no I guess abenkwan na me pro there na option bi ani wo eno kwa ne wo baby yini ye no men kai the last time I'm bibi and never wa men pe ASAFOMAAME nim say onim currently aduane am pe and we nim be say years ago aduane na me pe enti ye movie on ni nyina no ye hunu aduane a niam ye pe ene niam a ye mpe o ma ni pe ni hu a is so simple at the man. For example, every one ono oni ampesi no no mpeo. Tu kokko ya ampesi de man obi a obe nyina no no pe. Ebi ankwa bi ani bi edi. Enti oba na say ya bonse why basa. But obi onim onim ne dia. Bi a otiwo fufu bi a ensa Fan said, when so we baako, why and quite shower so be at the answer, where the new kunu opinion, what you say, and then they condos to me, the young person, why we be put where we know the way. I mean, only who the way I sit here, the Biama, our it keep on going, it keep on going, it keep on, it's sure delivery in the flower. Menan Tana Muda. Compensia worry, you knew you want that compensia worry. Baby at 10 and upbringing is different.
Totally.
Won't to mean far and pabwe free abontim rather than vacancy and fango babontim. And I am from we. Son and Indian tea. And the wound say on pay we are on pay. On no crown beer, while ye are to marry now young, grow wash when you marry and a crown, or better on Nampanaso. Just so a cockle Arabian son of it. And he sound never waiting and also to mean forces of baby. Because one more wounded the wompe. Tell Bassana de Biadano a day as we and non terrace be a sebi or control there be or be what you pay. So, Pessoa warrior AFA away in Nigia, Sasanema wedding became Uruanum. Sabi to choose say, a man capapa peer free wanum. Nana Becassa. And only reading a bois. Ya nam nyina ya ebu ankrai omo ayonia na so yonia yi sei o rama yi sei o rama yi sei because when ba bia nipa o gina kona ba bi mo o show ya adia yesua efiri on kakran na abo. So I believe say you try dey like it in the end dislike her and also boy ma ya ho free ya ho se warrior
Papa. Likes and dislikes in the here power that you find out before you get married. Because who be na say ma wale we bebe ya oya because we then come huyan come ma worry no because if you can't untimi cry and na ukuna na say we in woye into a behadring. So the best thing is you find out there are some things you will never know. You will only find out after you guys are married. Then so niema na uhu ya ne die and as a niema obetimi ehu ne die busa na mudi hu nkomo ni na communication ni bia mudi hu nkomo mo finding out things about your spouse, your future spouse. You speak to him or her about it. Eye niema ebeboa mo ama anamo na mo pese mutu no matimi etu na atimi aso onyankopon ani. On say for example I find out say the recently kwana ne ye ka say ayewo married couples bi on ma umienu na mpefufuo to we their compatibility ni 100%. Now just imagine so back pefufuo and a back pefufuo and yet that much of a big deal there but on the hard on the beginning me say na me shut down pefufuo too much but na me nchi and I'm saying na me tena Ghana dan na tintim no me shut down so used to it but papa na me ba Ghana or make us or introduce me na de bia na ekodi fufuo afina say afa I am de bia na ekodi fufuo say mimi mpokra na ya na me pre say ye nwo fufuo say papa kra mpre ne say bia. So these are things, you know, I think say certain things they be not mean but you the husband or the wife can introduce the man to certain things. Ebia mumie no munyina no mobotimi aye na mama compatibility na timi agina pintin. Compatibility is a to the bianyama bi wo honom na say mumie no there's a problem there. I'm telling you say it won't work smoothly. Mean can say smoothness need to me and work too much. Ti say ebia wo pewe me so me pa no ana say afa yeah papa
say bibia oyere epeno so develop na pibi say na bia emma de bia no say na de bia make say a friend of marriage compromise. Now I was speaking to one couple bia we know more kasana make say compromise on your marriage enye bibia wo pe ana say me de me pen kwa na me pese me yire eyema me antan de oyere epeno untimi nya kura be try na ye won say e masane ma no enso eni eye but ma won pese ye dru baby e fene thought of law de kwan be na be fa so abi sa oyire na be ware say how do you define love? Say na we see odo Asafa. Oh, mama. I've seen it say, Oba biti wika be me biti wika cho say. who are not manani. You are not manani. Obi sa se on chire mu a o hu kwa be fa so be chire. Utin se
so onye nku na wanane.
Onye nku na wanane. Utin se o hu kwa ya o fa so chire chire wo. O say yama last about the position of love. And you know, a beer o ni figure nko ana.
Na just I say.
But you develop it or do deep from the heart. At the your spouse no into which we think I mean you dream broso say obano oya odania brewa still you love her berema no odania kokra still you love her say oyaria how you love him so oyaria odono onyaria odono what can develop a deep a sense of love at the ama or yirina nasa berman abewaran and my what na se say ye nya be a friend or do say baby abe rabia in every circumstance no me de me do be di wachi no say eno ne friend or do so say oba ni bufu ni bumfu so ye de ope onye de ope ni nyina no say me da so do so ye you so yesu asem no say ye da so de bonye for kra no enti no ka say oh eni asafo ka say ni kru kra da so ye de bonye ni ma mi mpo no na me do no so enya bibi ni di gina so e de do oba name on say ka say wodo ni pa ni wi a everything about her or him no which is you love odo enti ebasa na emanipa ne ho ntimi mfono obetimi na tena kopim ewiase na wieye ne ho ntimi mfono when you odobi edidi amane se okuta ade osoade na osoade a na wakoje asoa enye bibia ode bema wo ene bibia obenya ye obi o natural ne yefe ne se odo bi obinya bibi ma no on consume and be fini mu nyina se me don enti no ye bisa ono obi ba be ware a ma ni hunu bisa ne se otiase ye ka bibi ye fe no odo a what does it mean on chire mu nchire wo so wentima amma wo ama in debt and se bi Nyankopon fasaba o yare da wo o yare na wo uti se yo onti se yo ni papu meme de me do de wachi ene ye fe no do. And she do so
I think so apart from say bedi hon common and so no bema na so ban betimi e bibia mo hu sa nipa we die oguto wodo or they care about you can see it. I think so I've said it many times on God's Your Marriage Pain say maybe I be papa de me hu no won ho me nije no ho power was the fact that I saw say he cared a lot. I said even though say na me wo he still cared. Like he didn't mind spending money. He didn't mind doing certain things for me where I thought to say I'm free I would job and say me mom na was some spending, but no, he made me feel like say he still cared about me, so he has to take care of me and all of these things in my own say nipa we there the way we sit here or you're different because of the way he acts or the way he showed care towards me. And these are all clues that bema wonso so oba na se bema hu sa nipa we die ne niema wo ye mami hu se okuto wodo shronko e de mami
Mama Radi Nyankopon sha baby edum be se hwe baby fa e believe o se enne me yusumi ankasa me ba jimaima no so ka se mi asi na wie na me ka chere bema na obetena me ni na me ka chere dance se dance try na de bra so me ba sorry no worry crap me ba sorry on say you believe in so very key. You believe you're key. What do you believe? So worry ni pano ewo asafonim na ni believe in terms of Christ any doctrine when you may be rootly and I say fully rooted a Nyankopon a betima hard said a bimowa ni believe Islam a bimudi Buddhist a bimudi so I believe that there is God but media when ye obi papa and so no radini you be brisa wa otimi ya papa behu no sade ye bobosu oyobi okuta caring obefro anopa ebiane numre awese de oye okay I mean on pese o de boni be di obi nanso na ni believe no ɛho to chema enti ɛno nso yebisa on say mpanimfo Bible crack at say iron sharpen iron. So who me believe no and ASAFOMAAME dear no say a twist here. MYA. Time best to say obekwa sorry no. Obeka to say be aduane ma me. And now say me dear enemy team ma unko. Nkofo bebre na no e de omo ntade e di good politician bag him. No more the bar sorry or obesesa. I spoke to a certain lady and a day. Asoma ka tell no so for past years nikunu a Muslim nikunu a Muslim nikunu nim so ba so da enti debia na abese atro no ne nikunu nam ko nikunu hunu se oba so obeja no
haram
obeja no enti ofa politician baga no obobo na sorry atade ahyem
asa oba
kurom na oba sorry a na okose wo shim ho was a son. Would just imagine. Oh, and one show we ya. One say, what worry, and I worry, and Unya worry, our day into me, ma. So our day ever bar, separation bar, and our day ever bar, oh, review. Better no crown, no better man, no man, no worry for Frawahan. Tina Bible says in Julian and the Namasuraban, only. And young way this option, you believe you are very important. A very good sorry so bompa is here. Nani yiri buafu. Nani kunu buafu. And I bompa mododo. And I say do. Onko na sumu rade. Onko ni say things a baby. And ti enko show bi wa sorry dem na nkasa chinchina me ware no. Egu wa o kare ni mi chenya me so mo won de won pe. And so for ba tell me ware no sorry pa and tisa. And so bi u hwe na bra bom yi say na life sit here. The first year, Tiasore them one the Bible no come the book of Jude 1. When Yankopon say, every soul or Satan say, I had the way a day, or some you could be a setting chinchini. Bible is the Yankopon man and Asia. And so Satan should be fried. I better only say, Bemana, no Banabe, a Satan or you have no idea. And then I saw where not to no nanti na bisa ni some kakra, send an abra bossity any belief system to say, now one warrior amfa. One continue face after the ultimate sorry view. Maybe the academy ama almost free TV because of Sunny money in TV silver warrior. Check a Sunny money in so far.
I know correct because yeah, but a sorry mumpoa. Okay, so one in the choir sorry into radio or yet dear. The best thing is that you find out for yourself a any way, or yeah, and also you'll be sorry radia and pampa and answer or but a sorry sakeke. There's a saying that goes all the time. They say church is a hospital. Bebrena eyare and no maba sorry. Yemfanisa say omu share the hu erade and no maba sorry. Ti ono mba beji woje nti how would you know say sa nipa na wo hu no no. Oyale anaso onyare ana oje na oba beji no waje awie. Watimi agina pinti wo onyankopon mu. Anasa still and there's a few things missing na wase oye hu adwuma. Sani me we na yenhwe. Yes be ma na so oba ni wura sorry ho no ma ni hu afo no ana ye me yiri nie manya yire oba no ho fair or you say na no ana no that's it. You fall into a big trap. You see me ka say e mema bebre o ma fi erade na say na ma bebre o ma fi erade na say these little things. You may think say oh ba we did that's it do we wura sorry dem hanom kwa na say no ana no. So why not that beauty is vanity indeed. So let's be very very careful. So your decisions are who nipa ni yo na nse me baba ko bi beka kire me say nipa bi o ka so be ware be ma bi so o ka e ka say obe ware no na afi o hwani suban a ase ne bufu ntentem e bufu no takakri bre ne buofu ene nkwa ha ene mfa ha munya nwale ye mpo ene o so we dey mami we dey me ntimi e too much mami dodo me dey me na me se empower na we dey me se do me ntimi na me se mate bon paye na se wa utimu se we dey is not a God given husband dear please. Don't force yourself because our real way no kwan wa to kotom se sia mimi timi bajiwo. That's it. You cannot turn back anymore. And also what you know or no dear who said this is not the right man for her. So these are the things. Say yay, maybe ASAFOMAAME, papa or hana mo no yes of a penny or ban chain or no one can just say nipa na enwale no. Mu no. Yeah, mu sha de yo. Yo.
On say mama ayane wo bi adwene mu say my preferred essay asɔre ba bɛ ware asɔre ba na ɔmo nyinaa nso ɔmo nim Nyankopɔn yi
yes
sɛ ebi fra bɔnten ba me nsi ukwan tie nie the reason tia me nsi ukwan is sɛ me nsi ukwan abetima bɔ adwama wɔ akyiri
yes
enti wona wakɔfa ba mate ehyira so na de amawo no wa bobra boyi aha na mema meye emedifo Nyankopɔn Bible na ka kyese suntudia no de beba emu de na no so ba onwie memeyi okosi akwan ebiera na entimi ha adwene
se nipa no kwa ne ye ne na nyina esombom na ye mfa ne so de na ba ebia papa there's a few things you've heard about this person say would you stop them from getting married? No, because one alcohol fan by so I don't know maybe some people may think papa this is not right. So we better say that papa won't be a fan of what the end was so catch me now. And say even know about catch the we na ade na kwakoye nsem bebre no aka che be ma no na anaso wo ba no na kwakoye nsem bebre. I think the best thing I bet me I say generally bohom paye kakra bohom paye ne hu how things are going here the baby na ukra wo ba be catch ni na woni be ma na di nkomo kra che odono has already been exactly na fe ye be ka se enware no mama mo mpase ma wale bema papa se o wa abrochire o wa London o US o kuta edwuma papa wa Ghana ha mo mpase ma wale no just mo de mo wale papa na me de mo mpase ma wale bi please we can't stop you
sane mani nyina na ebetimi aba ze mpanyimfo ka so obi akono de no dompo so enti ye de tiachire be hu ni se we de any kwasenka warmbe so na kofa but sometimes the obetima ka chense kobo ware no mpai na ebo mo mpai yi pa se
enti mpanyimfo na ya de asemba bejamo a mutimi kasa e da bi we de mema na nyenyenyenye no mesremo ya enka na sa mum find ways of how mbesi aka asem nya sa wo bebeye a third person so bebeye a person of hatred afi na ye de ani asi so wo kra no se eba na wale kwaya na wo mpese enipa ba wale na se bi ye wo ya you know these are things that the people create about you enti mesrese mpanifo na ye wo mu no se ye tu please tell them to pray or find ways you will say things to them and sounded like say our no baba wa no umpeso or worry
radin shop na onye obi akese so but they do mama but one of the topic I believe say you will be very excited so we speak a lot about health say ASAFOMAAME I asked my wife say I don't know how study criminology
and psychology
na want me
medicine
when it came to health our room I remember say brabe ko ware no yekoye test blood test group belong in yare everywhere kakra emfanfa we no mama me feel say necessary
very very necessary Mr. Okay awalefo amubaba ware semubaba ware the most one of the most yes paibo womo e was so Nyankopon bemu and everything but your health is also very very crucial idea e was mumienu mu nyina na mu hu mukoye mu HIV test mu blood group amowo enema bebre e na ebia wo mu moja mu a ebia mu kohia mu sesia mu wale na se mu hiem sesia e di problems bebre ebeba enunti mesere mo se mo mu ebia mu nya nhehye aware date no mpo na eno de makwakoye dada
okay
me manom baba wale ni nyina omo amene omo ofie hanom that is the first thing I always tell them ehia pasata am kwaye kra na ye baba ware no ne ye ni merade de ba menka se na we didn't know him to the extent of how I see him, but I was adamant. Say no, the papa yenye. I was very young, but it was very, very important to me. And even now, so it is important. Omukuta sickle cell. Omo AS na ebioma hia nipa ono nso so eye the same no omo wu emma omo yare and so omukuta diseases of like sickle cell omo bre pa nkola ne bre sa akola na wanwu akola ne be fa ya omu sa kopim se obe fi asase so and just imagine say you give birth to a child wow to me say e just say eye wo so wo ya sa wa akula dia ba wiase na on the bia wo yare na ne hunam tutu no almost ya na ye say they you're ripping their bodies apart when they explain how they feel, or knowing, so for example, or spouse, it's good to know the HIV status, whether it's negative or positive. Imagine, say you marry someone, you didn't do any tests, no, you're positive. Even on one mukra, we no ni mo, or even no akoye, if you're boni, be no woman dada, and no wonya sa yare no. Timuko checking in area, it is the best. No be a dear. Now, Famo decided on marriage. It is so important. Say a bayanasa.
But a man called Fopino now, a head to my warrior when it comes to health wise. I spoke to a certain man of God, and on they came into my office, I think last year. Now, Brahman Kasano, Obana Kasini, I was very, very down. Or catching so never when I worry more than 30 something years, but we share that. Sa Berman Hunyo. The Ramanan cancer. Oh, and health wise, near very important. We will crana. Na odi BBSC sebi yo we na odi e bia na e fibroid na e fibroid da e suni bi
ayi wa odi no
this yi wa odi enti se one can answer very man say e bia for now there maso se me worry there but there's a problem bi e se me catch e bi kura make us say na be man no kra no oh maybe your baby then one to me or ma na ababesha na for pressure bi amro they say obe worry brema no ana say oba no na matena na some years e bi a baby AC kwan ni ade no oh we abon say the tormenting of mind make so no na wonim say sadi we na akoso be na aye oma aye brema no ana oba ni hunu so e help aye hunu e bi won so a obi wo asthma anase owo yare we won ho we no ho ese utimi I mean ukuchi no there are some people they came into our life e be for example ASAFOMAAME we see ekuta medical mind mekanisa because tama na maame fire mu no we a lot of research and analysis of padisuya na me ababe part of me enti se me no na mo ankasa yetim so adie we no mere oyare we me kunu oyare we entino me ko ba bia na mani won ho
exactly
bi ti say obi a asthma ha no ni ade no ya no me allergic to be en futuro ni ade ontimi futuro nti sade mani nyina o tekeke wontimi amani pa na ewuru yare e wo ho o wala ni pa na ewu ato so wo dem ni ade ntino eso o mani ewunu na etimi eboa say ya na untimi nhia obi enne from head to toe no say oni bibi kro anye bibia no na owo bibi ti say bibi yare nkitenketeme nka ne sa bibia yare bu anya yare ehu bia awu mu nipa bia mu de be mani pani ehu
you ever say about diabetes and also high blood pressure and this anema no bia na wo say wonya sa akoma na another care to be able to help him manage that condition. Into diabetes, if you want to know, move who aduane move dia, move manage diabetes na manage blood sugar no cost bebre. Na even the pressure. What you say be didi later, and the pressure no cost bebre. Into from now on, be me know ye be didi early. Ye nyina ye be didi me know nyina no because you are trying together. And these are all things you have to think about. Even now your baby untimi. I know your baby untimi papa. It happens. Everything about say baby untimi sa ade no. Unni sa akoma na obetimi no. No wejai. Don't even go there.
No feel so betimi ya.
You feel so betimi dia then you do. For example, there be make us a nurse. So wa unkuta sa empathy. We a nurse ni. Na unkuta can say we treat me cry can say empathy cry can say humobro. Unni humobro bia the money pass. Sorry, you are in the wrong profession. A nurse, a doctor. I experienced this so many times in the time of when my mom wasn't well. I say, you are in the wrong profession. say we obi okuta empathy as a nipa no or through ya mu na say won so ya wo ya dia then you know it's the same thing in marriage. Oh so wale na what say obi okunu ana oba na oba ba ware no no wamo wo say bi or wo say condition we na you know enti you would say so okay no problem me ye betimi aware na ya hwe ha wa ye betimi manage e bi mate doctor we nka wa ha no mo obetimi aboa ye mate hospital we nka obetimi aboa ye enti no problem minim so onyankopon na be ye n'adwuma eno ano no
very important very important between ni panatna ache na amohunu aduane a simple udi and even when news come na unu said no abranti mi kunu anamire or pressure and we are okokase bi betime kunu
that's when the pressure na
kosro no we gym we also a said we go kwa no wa kuma yare and when you know we dey are manageable everything possible betime no be atena aware and ya the impo obi wo no HIV. Remember I spoke to a man a woman last week about a phone call and the woman called and she said when you HIV na one can't you kunu and on any kunu guso 17 ni kunu so nya
anya bi on
ya say you do nipa no a e me na wonu we aboa ye what diabetes in fancy en fancy bon say afi na oni nipa na be bobra na ne need so ba be bobra obe hu ase tim okọ ade asana yare we wo dada no
na wanka
the visa sana mani nyina no ye rese betimi so efro ama
ha no so be boa papa obi busa question bi or say please have you ever regretted being together as husband and wife so I don't think we have. No, I don't think so.
No, God knows. No,
we haven't. Menka say, Papa, right at the beginning, we want to say na at the beginning of our marriage. Na, and never be a honoma na yentia see, until nah, son, if you're not like you would both get really upset with each other and stuff. But sir, we will regret it totally like that. Said yeah, no. I bring Uncle Pompa. To be honest, the Lord has been good. He's been very, very good. Yeah.
Baby, why intimi and kasanson fa sexual life and so intimi can quite but and also killing a lot of marriages. Obu na onyadi or pesani man. So I remember this evening before 5 o'clock. I was speaking to a certain man, make us a crew team. Now, also sofu bi a catcher ne year say 7 months. I'm on a nikunu insia. Now, in fact, man say I'm not on pass of was so and non so one common a do maybe and fancy title say a do time around the bus so I say ubisa ubuwa on pesa kra on pesa when say any obaya me ba be worry and abem be worry see no tie and e be to the kunyem obi to dance e be a life no I don't know but I after say me read a lot no we will say a lot ne a cause so because of molesting and I say raping say obi o wa sebi obi for so na ne yes sad born en wa ema emwani je tifri ne so class me ade we bi nsida enti we nyina nso no say ebi basa sani pakro no nya psychologist obetima psych in the mind sani ma no enye ni penyina na ye bad ti no so wa eno so betimi
no obi busa asem Mrs. Backers pache ye chiao pa papa and mama please what if the engine of the man is not working and you found out when you got married, what can you do?
Ma sadi we dey nekede ebasa na abilinsa warija ye na ha na betimi aba
for some nshia
da betimi aba say because adia ba kwa ma ware enso etimi page no ye no ubisa any spiritual man bia so your sofu bia na saving doctors crown on beka e dey show e ya warefo but say kobase enye juma kra na dia ene be difficult in fact say atinka e wo ba mu and atinka oba mu say e basa emwa.
That's true. Okay, Obisu say, Papa, the generational curses is really true. I was once a Muslim and became a Christian, and in fact I'm still fighting battles even though I'm not married, but in fact I keep on praying because I realize my family people die early, including my father, and also the moment you hit 40, sickness will also come.
You say, if you want sanity, when you do say, I know you're real, but you are generational cases and I know, I know, so it's my funny out or
you break them, breaking in and then
I imagine, say, there. Memma bibia me di me maso memma bi ni me so na bi di me maso so break bit ma breaki and wa ma God dey na override over that family part in the no ebonse ebitimi ediso
no crapa. Okay, the message say perfect answer, Papa. Thank you so much, Papa. Anna to a close. Okay. Them say comments and them say asa. Enti atiefo ne ahwefo nyina megidi pastor ne nso asua de bebre. Ebia wonya nware o ba be ware na enema na ene yebo so nyina na wa make sure say uda two trim na obe make a decision to get married wetimi make the right decision and everything, you know, put God first, and I believe that the Lord will surely help you to make the right decision. But these things that you're mentioning now, your lifestyle changes or things that we need in life. After you become as on how you'll be able to live your life, and so that you be able to get close to God all the time. But I can't the way it's the same when you are deciding on how or who you want to get married to. Okay, and see now the wohonom eno so nyanko shira pass and days so what tune in to God's Marriage Holy TV and Holy FM 98.9.